It's your girl AliRenGo
and LA.Nice.
and this is That Quiet Storm.
Hey, boo.
Hey, girl.
You ready? Yeah, girl.
We doing it.
Oh, we're back.
We are back.
Yeah.
Officially.
Officially.
Took us a minute. Or 5.
You not
7 to 14
About
business days.
6, 7.
I don't 6, 7.
It's a lot. We here now. We
But we
back.
here and we did it. Up after us. Y'all, we can't even talk about it without laughing.
Start instantly on a laugh.
Like, so look, this season, y'all really gonna get us. You either gonna love us or hate us, and that's okay. And yo, we tried to give y'all a live to keep it with our dick.
No, we really did. We was like, we heard back. That's really what it was. We heard from our viewers, from our supporters, and they were like, y'all should keep doing some live. And we was like, all right, bet. So it was like on day one.
Hey,
On day one, we're going live. We're gonna have everything. We're gonna have whole studio. Okay? We're gonna go from 3 different.
oh man, I literally cannot talk about it without laughing. Like, it was a mess.
First of all, on top of that, we had a whole day. You gonna get this and you gonna love us or hate us?
Y'all, we got so much stuff for y'all. So much stuff for y'all. We have been working so hard.
So hard. Like, it's the dedication.
It's the dedication for me.
But you know what? My major thing about all of this is that we did it. Period. We started. All right. Focus.
Focus. All right. Which is why we have our TQS Q card.
Okay.
Or QR code.
I've been calling them QR codes all day.
What is the QR code?
That's because I have so much in here, and I'm sure.
No, I've been messing
QR codes out to y'all.
We got this though. It's been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot, y'all. We're gonna get into it. It's been a lot. And the way my girl worded this out, I actually took it down. We're gonna start with how in between this time, it's been a lot from fallout to faith moves.
Faith moves.
Fallout to faith moves.
Fallout to
faith moves.
Wow. That's a good one.
You want to get into that?
Oh, let's do it. All right. So I ain't even gonna get into the drop or the hashtag, but me and Ali had a fallout.
We did, y'all.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of tension. It was a lot of, it was a lot. What was hard for you? You know,
what's funny? You said I actually wrote something down that I did not want to forget. And I did tell you this, so this is not blindsiding you.
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't know you. And I questioned everything about us. And that was the most painful. I remember there was a point when I was physically grieving because I was like, I can't be losing my best friend. Like, this can't, like, I know, like, no. Like, I was confused about, a little, like I said, first of all, now, y'all know I already have trust issues, okay? There, I said it. It's with the world. It's not with her. It's him. It's the world. They do stem from childhood all the way through a marriage where I couldn't trust. Shouldn't. I don't. Whatever.
Yeah, we blame that person a lot.
Yeah. I mean, listen. So I felt like in that moment, I'm like, oh my God, was it all a lie? Or was she not really? What are you?
Sheila. I told her.
I just questioned. I was like, man, this can't be it. Like, I know her. I know her. I trust her more than anybody. Like, I trust her with everything in me. She has the passcodes in my phone, my computer, my everything, like everything. And I think I'm gonna let you go. I'm not gonna go too far into it. But one of the lessons for me of it all was, and you actually said that, on part of our syllabus for you all today, communication.
Yeah.
That it was almost like she's still the same person you can talk to. Talk to her.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big miscommunication, but that also was a result to one of my lessons was me not communicating.
Same thing.
Because I had a lot going on, moving here was like, this was something I always wanted to do. Well, not always, I can't, but for the last, 3 years, 2 years, I was like, I'm moving, and to finally do it. But I had the choice to like, do I go out and find my own? Do I just, go with something normal, like not normal, but what was comfortable? And I was like, okay, you know how they say when people move in with friends and things. And I was like, nah, but we cool. We got it.
Right.
So while things were fine, it was still out of my element because I'm so used to being on my own with me and my girls. And I have a certain,
Everything.
vibe.
Your
right.
certain thing.
We
It's
talked
your
about
thing.
it, my certain thing. And so, when you move into another place or another, with your best friend or with anyone, because I lived with my mom too for like a short period of time before I moved to Dallas because I had to give up my lease. And so in that transition, it was like still like it wasn't terrible, but it was her space, and me and my mom are like, we are damn near the same.
Yeah.
And so even then it was like, can't wait till I get my place. Then I came here and then I had no. When I tell you faith moves going into that, like fallouts to faith moves, this whole move was a faith move because I had no plan, other than I'm just moving. I had nowhere the girls was, I didn't know details. And normally knowing me, I 10 by 10. Okay, I'm going to
extraordinaire.
I'm gonna
okay. I'm talking about like she's gonna play in the plan.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through Z. I'm gonna have a plan for it. And it's more so because I can still go with the flow, but sometimes I'm like, if the flow don't flow right, I'm gonna have a plan. Anyway, y'all get the point. And so being here, it was like, all right, we now almost a year in, and I told myself I was going to give it a year. And I think at that time, there were things that were just overall, like I was just in a place and I was just like,
did you feel like you had failed yourself at that point? Like, was it like I failed myself and that made you feel a way? Or was it just more like I just didn't? Because I'm like, was the issue that you didn't reach your goal, or was the issue that you didn't know when it was going to happen?
I didn't know when it was going to happen. It's actually going to lead into my next segue too for a segment here. What was it? Like, I want to say it wasn't necessarily meaning a goal. It was more of like my own comfortability was running its course. So it was like, okay, be here, do what I can, save, work, like get the house. Like I did want to get a house. I wanted certain things. And then I was like, you know what? Just continue, thug it out. And then sometimes like I do, and y'all call me out on this, can be passive aggressive, which I did some.
Oh my gosh, those two words. And in turn, I'm surprised she didn't look up at me. Those two, we really
been throwing that.
Where's my pen? Because we need to talk about those two words.
Tired
of hearing them. We got to talk about that. Apparently, maybe you and I together are super hyper passive.
So actually, everyone is. Let me tell you why.
I don't know that.
Let me tell you why. I looked it up because I was like, I didn't feel that I was passive aggressive. And I'm going to tell you why I realized and I identified as passive aggressive was because I bit my tongue a lot for a lot of things I could have said. And most of that was because I was avoiding conflict knowing how maybe you would have reacted, knowing how someone would have reacted, how that person would have reacted. So instead of me voicing my concern, I bit my tongue a lot because I didn't want to have conversations that I didn't feel I was going to be understood.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when you have, and that's just one side of being passive aggressive. That's like one of it, because there's like a few other bullet points. And so I was like, okay. And then so you add passive aggressive, like built up frustration, tension, all these different feelings. And also I'm like in another person's house. You have every right to be like, get the fuck out. And what else am I going to do? It's me and my girls. Not saying that you would, but the fact remains is I could be kicked out. Not saying that I would do anything that would, but I had no backup plan. So sometimes you got to bite the bullet, avoid certain conversations. Ooh, sorry.
And for you
Before
being a
escalating.
planner, that was
It was
torture
like,
for
what's
you.
the next step?
Yeah,
I had no next step. So avoid certain conversations. Again, it wasn't, I'm not trying to make it seem like every single moment was like always a situation, but I live where I came from in Virginia. I really healed or was in a healing space where peace was my everything. You know what I mean? I was taking baths once or twice a week. I was listening to my music. I was like lighting my candles. I had the freedom of my space.
Yeah.
And so it didn't even have to necessarily be us. It could just be bills. It could be the kids. It could be life happening. And I had no way.
It was a
my
lot
own
going
space.
on for you.
Yeah.
For you not to be able to go to a space that was yours and just decompress, gather your thoughts. I understand.
Yeah. So it was a lot of layers. And so
understand that.
fast forwarding all of that or explaining that part, what took it out was we went to a place and it was like, y'all shouldn't go there. We ain't got to get into detail, but don't go there. And at first I was like, all right, bet, go. And then I thought about it and I was like, plus I was drinking. It don't help anybody. I definitely was drinking. Drunk probably. I don't know. I was feeling good. And I think I was like,
we left a wedding. So we were post-wedding.
We did. And we made it. It was like, are we out? We cute? Like, let's go out.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
And it was like highly suggested for a protection standpoint. No, go home. And I was like, all right. But then the more I thought about it, no, I want to fucking go. I had a whole tantrum. I want to go home. Fuck. We both agreed. We going out.
Right.
So.
And I was more like, no, like, and then the person who was like, no, y'all shouldn't go out, actually ran up on us, not even intentionally, like driving by. So it was almost like because I can totally see where our communication went like that.
Yeah.
Total, if y'all couldn't see me. And for those who cannot see me on Spotify, because we love y'all, opposite directions.
Right.
Like it completely went opposite directions because I think that in that moment, just going by what you said and how I felt and what we both realized, we both thought completely about ourselves and our feelings. And we just went with that.
Yeah.
And I didn't consider your feelings. You didn't consider mine. But we, like you said, it was a lot going on already.
Yeah.
And it was too over. And then what made it worse, y'all, that could have just been a like, damn, that night sucked. But because we weren't talking to each other and we both kept overthinking it, processing it individually without talking, it just got worse and snowballed into a week. A week,
yeah. So, and that happened unintentionally, intentionally.
Yeah.
Because my best friend, I call her smaller. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So my best friend was coming in because she was on a journey to go to Mexico. She wants to become the Black expat. Is that what they call it?
Expat.
And she's so
yeah.
Yeah. And she's definitely she's over it with the and she made sure that one of her pit stops was going to be Texas. So she just so happened that same night was on the road. And so I was like, well, this works out perfectly. Like, I'm just going to go spend it. I knew she was going to have her own space. She was never going to stay with us. And I was like, I probably was going to always go there for the whole week anyway. It just happened at a time where we had a falling.
Right, which was,
Yeah.
it just made it, like I said, it exacerbated the situation. Because it's like, oh, so you're not coming home?
See?
Oh, and the whole time for her, it's like, I was always doing that. It just, and so now I'm in the house in my own thoughts, and I'm sure you were there in your own thoughts, and it was just like, and I never said this to you, and I never said, obviously, I wouldn't have a chance to say this to her right now, not right now. I hate that her and I met under those conditions, even though when you came by she came by the house with her to grab something, and it wasn't awkward for me. It wasn't strange because I had always wanted to meet her.
Yeah.
And I had one thing I am really good at, and we talk about this, I am really good at my issue is with you, not your daughter, not your this, not your that, not your that. It's with you. So, so I never had it felt like it was awkward or I had to be, it never felt that way. I just was like, dang, like I would have wanted to see you for a second, talk to you for a few minutes. And because I've heard so much about her. And I was like, man, I would like to even hang out and go out to eat or something together. And that sucked for me. I was like, dang, I don't know. Even whatever you told her, which you're full right, I hope you did to get it out of you. I hate that that's the presentation she had to have of me. I was like, damn, but we'll do it again.
Yeah, 100%. And, my two best friends from childhood, this was actually one of them, right? Like literally grew up together. She is that sister. Like when I say, I can't even say living with friends because I lived with her for quite some time, actually. Like that road dog, it's A1 day one, right? One of those. And so anytime I have something going on, she's that type of friend to be like, now, bitch.
Right.
You were wrong. Or did you really think about it? Did you do this? And that's kind of like the friendship that I have with you.
I was about to say that's the same way.
Yeah. So
they saying that to me.
Right. I do. I know.
Girl, I love you.
But and we're gonna get into that real quick too. But her knowing me, I knew I can talk to her about those intimate and of course, even talking with her man, who I happen to know since they've been together since college, off and on, same kind of situation or whatever. And so he was like, he was a little wrong too. And I said, okay, for me, and one of the questions I'm going to ask, I needed space too. Yeah. I needed to step away. I needed to be out of the space that created this. And it was also a good getaway. I love a staycation. I was like I said, I was going to do it anyway. So coming back to you, I think too, as us develop and grow, so many things y'all to talk about. As we develop and grow, what is it that you need? Because do you want to hash it out right then, right now? Are you the person that needs a space? Because I kind of did this question with someone too. And
so, right. It's interesting. I don't like harboring, holding, and then I'm an overanalyzer, as we know. So it can be dangerous for me to do that. Because by the time it's said and done, you done banged me in my mouth, slashed my tires, stole my man. Like it can get real bad real quick the way my mind runs. However, I guess where it's twisted with me or with being friends with me is that though I'm not good with just sitting on stuff and it building, I used to say this to my ex-husband. It didn't work with him. But I say to people now, I always say, give me a second, let God deal with me. Because I tell people no one is going to fix me harder, stronger, and faster than God. And he does.
Get you straight.
Gathers me. One thing I can do is hear the voice of God. One thing I can do is see the signs. You know what I mean? I can very clearly. So I'm talking about I could be very strong, standing 10 toes down in how I feel. And I can go home or get in my car or go for a drive.
I know.
I mean, I can from the rooftops with a mic like, get in my car and come back like,
Spotify, y'all gonna have to watch.
I thought about it. You were right. You was right. Or I apologize. I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have thought that. So,
I'm gonna say because she did think about that with me, which kind of was also my same. I don't know the word right now. To her was, but did you understood me?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
have I not been consistent in who I am?
Right.
To make anybody think I would do anything intentional.
Right. But then, okay, so that, and I remember that. And I think that you were right about that. Where it went left for me was the trust issues of people. So in that moment, that trauma was triggered. So it's like,
and I hear you and I feel you. And I think I also knew,
which is not your fault.
No,
that is not your fault.
Not to sound cocky or arrogant.
I mean, yeah.
I know it wasn't me. And the crazy part is, while I was talking to my best friend, and I was like, I know what she's probably thinking. For some part. Now, one of them, I was like, no, girl, I would never do that.
What I say?
I think you said something about, y'all was going to come up here and I was about to say, I was like, girl, what?
No, I never thought she was going to try to fight me.
Oh my God.
No, but I probably did say something crazy. That's about right.
And I was like,
because that's that snowball. It can snowball. Yeah. I think I've been through so much. You know how, okay, a normal person trips and falls. I'm the one who trips and breaks my ankle in 2 places on my daughter's birthday. Another person trips and falls. I'm the one who just is standing, no drinks, no nothing, completely sober. There's nothing on the floor. I just stand and fall. Table breaks, glass goes through my finger, and now I am disabled permanently. Like this, did y'all know that? We never talked about it. Disabled. This is my finger. For those of you who don't know,
it's good. Gang.
This is where I am. My finger is in Spotify for y'all who can't see it. Just imagine your ring finger is a permanent L going downward. That is my finger, and it's stuck that way until I get surgery to fix it.
But it's a bougie finger.
She's bougie.
Period.
It's my gang. So don't you sit there and try to make it like you're supportive of it when you are part of everyone in my life.
Oh, me?
Let me say this. There is not one person I know
supportive.
Who does not tease me.
Not one.
There is not no man, no child. Not the children
blasphemy.
Out of my, they all tease me about my finger and say I'm going up gang signs.
I turn like Ann.
You gotta see intern do this latest thing she said I do with my finger. It's bad, y'all. I am the joke of the kind of, like our sister Amber makes me a spectacle.
No, she'd be like,
in front of anyone. I mean, show them your finger. Show them that finger. Ain't that crazy? Like, this is my life.
See, look,
this is what happens to people like me. So I say that to say it's almost like me and my best friend couldn't just get into an argument. Yeah. It had to be the worst. And so in my mind, I'm like, you already know it's bad. It's going to get bad.
I think for me, and the crazy part is I understood. Even more so now.
I get it. You, but you knew me.
Yeah,
you were able to tap into who I was before I was able to tap into you.
And then also something I never told anybody, while I was there. I used to have certain no, not even not anything crazy, but thoughts used to creep up in my head that I was like, what? I couldn't be specific. It was just like, these are not my thoughts. I don't even think this way. Like, what is happening? Now, for my empaths out there, you would understand. And if you were in that space, that's kind of how it should be like, you always know something ain't right. You felt me, huh? And I think that's when I feel people or feel the energy is a certain way, I would start to And so for me, and part of my growth has been, these are not my thoughts. God, come up in here. Okay. Because this is the devil is a lie. Okay. He don't control these thoughts and things of that nature. And so I think for you, I think that's why I'm overly, we're like the perfect, what they call them?
Blend.
I'm the
Yin and
optimistic. Yin and yang.
That's
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm so overly optimistic, but don't get me fooled, because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, bitch.
Oh, fool you 3 times. That's what I say.
And that's when I'm okay, because we talked about that last time. She was like, I'm quick to pop off. And I'm like, I give you chances. Now this one, she be ready to throw down.
Wow.
She go to 0 to real quick.
That's also been a topic. Stop shaking your head, Miss Reedman.
She knows
That has also been a topic
It's all
lately
right.
because I did not realize I pop off so easily and so much. Stop looking shocked, everybody. Stop this. I feel attacked. No. Okay. Now I am coming into get off of me. I'm coming into a place of acceptance where, okay, fine. I will try to be more cognizant of the fact that I clearly have an attitude problem, is what I'm gathering. However, can we agree that under the substance alcohol, you pop off quite quickly as well?
Yeah, 100%. I won't deny it.
So many occasions include alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So if you quickly pop off while you're under the influence of alcohol, and so many of the occasions we have are under the influence of alcohol, then you pop off quickly too.
Oh, under the influence. And I think that's because I can no longer be passive aggressive. I can no longer, my tongue is not, I can't hold my tongue.
You're not as control. You're
I
control.
am loose as a goose. Don't get me.
And that you are.
Okay.
That you
The
are.
alcohol is in the system.
And then you get us together.
And-
All of us.
Oh, I was about
Like,
oh, wait. Because somebody's Paris, she got me beat. But she don't be cussing and fighting everybody. I
no,
haven't
but
seen that.
she's crazy. We get crazy with others. She gets crazy with
us.
She goes real crazy with us. Shout out to Paris.
Shout out to Paris.
So look, y'all, I have a girlfriend. I've known her for my daughter's about to be 18. So it's been, my gosh, since 2020 years.
Wow.
20 years that I've known her. And she literally came to visit here, came again, same story. And she was like, I'm moving there.
Yep.
And she up and moved here. And so she's here now, and she's been with us, and she's crazy. It's so funny. You know what I love? All of us are our own individual something.
Absolutely.
That we bring. And I love that.
Absolutely.
And Paris and I are from the same place.
Uh-huh.
But then you're somewhere else, and then our other sister is somewhere else. And it makes for a good combination of crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And one of the things that we want y'all to know too about this podcast, it is for everybody.
No, yes,
And
it is.
We bring this up, but seriously, one of the things that they asked us, and we backtracked a little bit, they asked us about what is our podcast about?
Our niche.
What's our niche?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, mental health, self-care. And in all honesty, we finally got it together. It's about growth.
Yeah, she said that on yesterday to me, and I like a light bulb went off, and I was like, "That's it."
Yeah.
It was bigger than a light bulb to me. It was just like a star, like a sun, like because we couldn't figure out how to. Self-care is part of it.
Right.
This is, excuse me, part of it. And all these things were part of it, but ultimately the end goal for us is growth. It's what the transparency of us is about. It's what the being real is about. It's what the girl, let me tell you what happened, or telling our stories of what we went through is about. It's all about growth. And that's not a woman thing. That's not a man thing. A child or an adult. It's about a human.
humanity in itself.
Yeah.
And ironically, church, I went to church was something. Like they talked about the humanity without saying that per se, but the times we're in, you know,
Yeah.
we in some hard times, y'all.
No, real bad.
It's bad. And it's affecting a lot of us. It's affecting me. You know, it's affecting my family, my friends, like my closest inner circle, down to businesses, you know. Like everybody's being affected. And so we just, it's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. I was one of the things that you had put that I said I wanted to get into more was where you said faith and endurance.
Okay.
Because
I don't even know.
it was so
Look, that's why I got this. That's cute.
No,
I
because
went off track.
it made me think of like, okay, we have the faith. All right, you have the faith,
Yeah.
but you also got to go through it. You got to get through it. You can't just sit back and fall away and just give up and be like, oh, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
One of the things I put was it's almost like a word and wisdom thing to me.
Okay.
Where it's like we trust the word of God and we hold on to the word of God.
Yeah.
Where we keep our faith and we, you know what I mean? We believe in his word and we trust that he's going to bring us out of this and that he's going to cover us in this and keep us. But we also need to use wisdom. And one of the things I've been thinking lately, I'm not going to say I've been really going into it extensively as much as I should. I guess this is me being honest. But what is our plan? Like, do we have a plan? Because a government has, you know, I don't want to say the government has failed us because the government was never for you and I.
I was about to say,
clear.
hold on now.
They've never been for us. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, there was a time. No, because when? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not.
But it's blatant now. It's no longer covered under the umbrella of, you know, it's very blatant. It's very blatant.
Very blatant. And Tiana Taylor said something specifically to women. And she was like, the interviewer asked her, you know, what is it like being a Black woman or having to be strong as a Black woman? And she said, what do you mean? We always have to be strong. We have no other choice but to be strong, you know? And that's not to be dismissive towards any other races, but as Black women, we have had to uphold our family. We were the ones who had to make sure food was on the table. If John didn't have food or had a job, we were out there working our asses off to go and find a job and raise these kids and clean these clothes and make sure that the house was peaceful and calm. And we have to carry so many different titles.
It's almost inhuman or
inhumane.
Inhumane to like almost AI, the expectation to me for the single Black woman. And I don't mean single without a companion. I mean one Black woman. Yeah. It's not an expectation of a village, but yet what's expected is what you would think a village, it would take a village to complete it or to, you know what I mean, accomplish it. And I think about you a lot, actually. I don't know if I've ever told you. I think about you a lot when I think of the responsibilities and the expectations because we're quickly labeled bitter. We are quickly labeled. I remember when I was separated and I had moved here already and I had started to gain my strength. I was in therapy. I was starting to really get my strength, the small pieces of it. Took me a long time, and I remember I started saying no to things and I started speaking up and I started probably looking stronger.
Yeah.
And one time my ex said, he called me something or said something and I said, no, I'm strong. No, he said,
oh, you're bitter, right?
He said, you're so bitter. And I said, no, I'm strong.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the reply for that was you're not strong, you're weak. AF. But, you know.
AF. I remember
AF. which took me into a whole nother tailspin of therapy.
Girl.
Do you remember how bad that comment destroyed me? And now I look back on it, I'm like, why did that break me down so bad?
Because you were under that dictatorship.
Right. And I think I did feel weak when right.
Yeah.
Right. And I did feel weak when I was like, oh God, I just felt so stupid.
Yeah.
And I felt weak. But
No.
it's true though. When we show strength, we're bitter.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't, we're less than. It's the expectation of us is unreal.
It is. And thank you for recognizing as I am full-blown single mother doing it. It's me and them girls. You know, shout out to my support system. Don't get me wrong, they're out there, but when it comes to every single day life, I'm learning something. I don't always pick up to say I need help. I don't always, because it's just me. And we're going to talk about the trauma. I know, we're going to talk about the trauma behind that. Mm-hmm. But I thank you for acknowledging, because being a strong Black woman doing it on her own with no companion or anybody else in the household with you, it is a lot, you know.
I actually, when I first got divorced, when I first decided to leave my marriage, I remember I don't know if you remember, but I remember saying to you, I need you to help me be a single mom. I remember I asked her, how do you do this? Like I need your help. Like, this is a different world for me. And she gathered me real quick.
I did, because I said real quick, not to downplay your husband at that time, but you were, you know, and that's a sense of like all the other mamas out here where a sense of a single, and I know this can be a strong argument for some people, but my opinion, is that a lot of women who were raising children on their own while their man was outside for how many hours of the day to come home, eat, and go to bed. Guess how many grandmas was doing that? You know?
Yeah.
You technically are that single parent. And that's why we have conversations now. That's why somebody posted or said something the other day or recently about how a lot of people are not getting married anymore.
I've been seeing a lot of that lately, but we're gonna have to dig into that. I actually have a lot of digging I want to do for that later.
I think it's a lot of boundaries being set. A lot of strong women being very vocal about what their wants and needs are, because a lot of men want the traditional and a lot of women do want traditional, but they may want to tweak what they mean by traditional. You know what I mean? Because are you saying be the provider, go out, make money, come home, here you go, and then you go do your day? Like, what does that mean, or what does that identify? But we'll get into that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have so much to say on that.
Either tell me.
We can get into that. We skipped something that I want. No, it's okay though. We skipped something that I absolutely must go back to. Okay. New chapters and blessings.
Oh man.
And we must start with the most obvious, which is our new set, which is in Studio Boutique.
Oh wait.
Did you clock that?
Clock that!
Studio Boutique.
Oh man.
Before she gets into it, because this is her section.
Oh, y'all go ahead.
I wish that you all could see all of it the way I do. I have talked about and bragged on this place. Like, honestly, I'm quick to be like, come on, let me show you. Let me show you LA.Nice's place. Come on, come look at it. Because, oh my God, I don't want to say proud of her like she's my kid or something, but I'm so proud of her because I know that feeling. I know that feeling when you've been, I call it misplaced for a minute, or in transition.
Homeless. No. Broke down. Ain't got nothing. Without a house. Houseless. No, it ain't mine.
Okay. If you want to call it what it is, I mean, man, look, I know that feeling. And when you get to that place, and then it's so chic and it's so bougie, it's so my vibe, so tata. Ooh, very tea and wine and champagne. It definitely doesn't give tequila.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
You don't come over here for shots, but we will take shots.
And we do. Wait a minute.
I was gonna say no. And we do.
You got to take it everywhere you go. You know,
we're gonna have that shot with the champagne and the flute.
Right.
And,
we're gonna do the shot, but it's still gonna be top. The flutes and the mix with it. Yeah. It's
you know how they
like
got charge it.
It's really, and I'm very excited for her. And we really, 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 really wanted to present y'all with quality.
Absolutely.
Quality set, quality sound, quality visual.
A look of the vision.
Yeah. Quality conversations.
Yes.
We've been working. We really have been working very hard. But yes, so shout out to LA.Nice for Studio Boutique.
Studio Boutique. And there's more to come, baby. Okay.
Y'all gonna see us continue to build. And then also there's a melody jazz.
Oh, melody jazz. Y'all, okay. Let's get into it.
Ooh.
From Studio Boutique to melody jazz. When I tell you, baby,
Listen.
Shout out to Cherry.
She was a faithful warrior.
She was a faithful warrior. She held me down for 13 years. 12. Oh my God.
Faithful.
Listen. When that thing started to tink and mink, and I said, all right, babe, I can no longer have 0 payments. I got to go get me a new car.
Did you cry?
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was going to be some moment where she was like, well, I was thinking of all the memories. No.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You know, and what's so ironic, someone said that it's the experiences that we will remember. It's not necessarily the materialistic part, because that stuff will age. This will age. And so she was old. Love you, girl. Thanks for holding me down, girl.
You know, I can agree with that. I do agree. It was the experience, or it is the experiences, and not necessarily the materialism in it.
I can remember everything about that car, like all the road trips.
That's too
my big.
I have many, many, many memories in that car as well.
Go check out season 1.
I too also.
We might get into some deeper stories at the next booth.
Oh, I was gonna say, was that the story of when we left and I couldn't drive home?
Yes.
But it wasn't. That was my car, because you drove my car when I couldn't drive because.
That's right. So it's the experience.
It's the experience after all.
I had the car. We just didn't.
Okay, and then listen, I jotted this one down because even though I don't know if it's on your list of blessings to talk about, but I've always found it to be a blessing, and I do tell it as I tell stories of like God being favorable. LA.Nice had a situation at work.
Ooh.
And
my God,
I don't know how to say it without saying too much, but also to say enough.
Wow.
Where, let's just say, the short version, and correct me if I'm wrong.
They were going to let my ass go.
Let go of pretty much her entire department.
Yeah.
And she was one of 3?
Yeah.
That was kept?
Initially, yes. Yes, one of 3. It was something, honey.
This was all the same time we should talk about.
Yeah, the government within a few months. And what's happening, it affected me because of my job. It's not directly government, but directly government, without saying too much. And as everything was snowballing, it was definitely brought that my department was being let go. They actually gave us a grace because they gave us like until the end of this year. Some people, unfortunately, like I said earlier, in my inner circles were let go at the end of like in 2 weeks. Someone I found out was let go within my job, like same day. Like, so God has been faithful to say, okay, I'm gonna keep you to the end of the year. And I was like, all right, God, I really had to been from moving to getting this car to finding out about my job, it's really been like, okay, continue with the faith moves because
That's
I was chosen to get to stay. You know what I mean? But update, a great majority of my team is going to be placed. We don't know details, but a great
You
majority.
haven't told me this yet.
Because guess what I was doing, baby? I was praying over my team too.
You know, and I love that.
I got chills over that because I
love
care.
that.
My heart is pure. My heart is love. I want the best for everyone. And I truly mean whenever somebody connects with me, like I pray for you and to get what you need. And God's going to see what you need. Even if you don't know how to ask. Because let's go back real quick to how I even, Studio Boutique came about. I was going to downplay this. I did not think I was worthy, or not necessarily worthy. I didn't think I could afford it. I didn't think this is something that was my time and was something that was like my hopes and dreams. Like, oh, I would love to be in this gated community. I knew it. I was just, and it has a pool and it has green countertop. Like, it was everything I wanted. And I looked at this other place and I was like, okay, I could afford this. It was a lateral move if I chose that.
You know why I knew it? Because you wouldn't even look for less.
Yeah.
You not saying it didn't come across you and like, but you had already. It's something. It's kind of like the vision board or the manifestation. You calling things. You continue to see yourself there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think at the time I was settling or thought I was going to settle for what I didn't necessarily want yet. Because I wasn't thinking.
For you.
One of the things I said as part of being the planner is when I got my last apartment in Virginia, I was like, my next place is going to be a house. I'm going to have my house. And so I envisioned this house. And part of the vision was the great, in the house. And so then I was like, no, find a place and then when I was looking around, and it was down, we came here first. This is the first place that we looked at. And I actually found this because of where my best friend was living, or her Airbnb was an apartment building. And so I was like, I wonder, this is very cute. I was like, it's different because of the layout. But I was like, I wonder if they have any other. And then they had the name. And I was like, I know that area. But I realized it was called something else. Came over here, found out it was right next to the girls' school. But I was like,
now watch this. Okay, so something we did not discuss was timeline here.
stop.
You did all of this, looking at this place, applying for this place on our break, right?
Yeah.
Right. So would you say
Yes.
It's true that the furnace had to be put under us and the uncomfortable fire or pressure for
100%. Everything happens
for a reason. Yeah.
There was a reason why we had a fallout. There was a reason why I had to live with her for the time frame. Everything happens truly for a reason.
Yes.
And I think that our downplay was like, all right, enough. Because I don't, like, she wants to get it done. And sometimes I'll be like, and knowing you, I'm like, I know it's going to take you a second to be like, all right, now I thought about it. And,
Yeah.
And sometimes that could be hard when you're under the same roof.
Yeah.
Because tensions do continue to build.
Yeah.
And then with me being an empath, I feel all of that energy. I could be good as day, but it may look like I'm not.
I understand that.
Yeah. So it was like,
I get that. I do get that.
Yeah. I just was like, all right, let me gather myself and go out here and look. And I found this. So
I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I really love it. It's cozy, it's comfortable, but it is very much classy.
It's grown.
It's very it's very grown. And you deserve to feel the feeling of feeling like hugged by all your hard work and your independence.
I love that.
by being able to walk through your door and this is
And
you, this is all you, and it's yours
I wanted to be
in your
naked,
space.
too. Let's talk about the real.
Now that I understand.
I have my little section now where I could be, but I
Get it.
walk around. I'll be cooking butt ass naked.
Which,
I mean, you
okay,
can't be
so
like-
look, we can get into that. Speaking of sections,
Uh-huh.
I moved since last season.
Mm-hmm.
So LA.Nice got her place, and then she got her car, and then things with her job. And then the seasons switched.
Yes, it did.
And I became in transition, and it was tough. And you know what's crazy? We be like, I remember growing up in church, they would say like, kind of like we have the audacity to dare to dream for something like that. And you and I both dream big.
Yeah.
We do. And so I dreamt of
In everything.
in everything. And I know to other people it seems so unrealistic and so like, what?
You're doing too much. Or
We were already in a really large home.
Yeah.
Larger than most.
Yeah.
And like she said, she had a space. But I was like, man, we need more space.
Mm-hmm.
One of my prayers, so my guy and I mean, I guess I could talk about it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
We've never been together and not had anyone live with us.
Yep.
Ever. Somewhere early on, we accepted the assignment that we believe God has for us, which is maybe a safe space for transition.
Literally.
And thank God for, I guess, like I said earlier, being able to hear him, because we know that we are very aware. And so my prayer began to change. I would always say, God bless me so I can bless others, bless me because others. But then my prayer changed to, God, make the provisions for the assignments that you have for us. If this is what you want for us,
Right.
then make the provisions for it to be comfortable, Lord.
Right.
And so it was like, we're already in this really big house, but we seems like we need more space.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, long story short, it was not easy. The approval was easy.
Oh.
The excitement was easy. Got approved right away. But then it's like, well, Lord, with the bigger house comes a bigger payment. So it's like, all right, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
And which was actually going to bring me into, I guess we can go on to that next thing. That process taught me a lot about my best friend, taught me a lot about my man, taught me a lot about me and my relationship with God, because I have a problem with ding, 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 control. And this woman right here prayed me. I never told you this. Do you know I think you're an intercessor? You don't even know what it means, which is probably more a reason why you are.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I'm gonna look it up.
I want you to pray, and I want you to look up an intercessor.
Okay.
I believe you are an intercessor.
All right.
I do believe that. Remember the conversation we were having earlier with our sound engineer about how you are and how you just go around praying? And he said, you're untainted.
Yeah.
And he said, I love that. And I said, I've always loved that. I want you to look up an intercessor. I believe you are an intercessor.
Okay.
Moving on.
We all got homework.
For those of you who know what that is, if you know her, pay attention. And if you don't know what it is, look it up. But she has this, she just said it. You know what? You just said, when I mentioned your coworkers and the job, what did you say? You said, I prayed over them. I prayed for all of them. I believe you are an intercessor. It came to me earlier. And I said, I'm going to tell her, I think you're an intercessor. I want you to look up and pray about it. But she prayed me through, y'all. She prayed me through, because I did not understand how God can allow me to get so close to a big dream. A big dream. And the provision not be made. And we're getting closer and closer to the day, y'all. It's like moving day. Y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Moving day like Tuesday. It's like Sunday night. And I'm like, this $20 ain't gonna get us in this house.
Okay.
And she just continued praying, sending me scriptures every day, sending me word, praying with me, crying with me, praying. There's so much going on. And the craziest thing I learned about myself in this is my disobedience. You know, we think of disobedience as being such a big, big, big thing. Like, sometimes it's as simple as, Wednesday, not Tuesday.
Right.
But for me, it's like, no, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
All in all, the lesson I learned was the date that I originally had set to move in wasn't the date God had me to move in.
Yeah. Ooh. That, you know,
and you said to me that Aunt Carol said to you, sometimes delay,
yes,
not denial.
Not yet.
And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And then looking back on all the reasons, it needed to happen that way. It needed to happen that way.
Everything flowed. You know, we had a lot going on. We had competition. We had, oh my God,
everything flowed.
Like everything was like,
I'm talking about
going,
it was
literally.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. My daughter's tuition. One of the coaches just came and said, God told me to pay your daughter's tuition, and she just paid my daughter's tuition. And then God blessed us to be able to bless the coaches with a hotel room,
right,
for the competition. It just was full circle.
I got it.
Full circle. We were getting things for like $20 that should have been $200. It was just so many things.
Yeah.
And it was all for me. Now we have our own lessons, but for me, it was all centered around obedience. Obedience. Lily said she was obedient when the Lord told her to pay my daughter's tuition. She didn't even know why. Right. She was just obedient. And it was at the time we were trying to move. So it was so much like, thank you, Lord. And it really, that's one of the updates. And I have it written down. Even in my relationship, I wouldn't say obedience because what? Obedience. What?
All right. Ooh, not the 0 to 100.
No, it's not. It's because I just don't like the way that sounds. No, it's not even that. It's
you want to talk to that?
No, because no. It's not so much obedience as it is. I really am learning to. It's all really trusting God, trusting that that trauma is not going to be that. Trusting that myself. Right. You're making good decisions. You're doing well. Your children are doing well. That kind of thing. And my last update, I'm gonna move on, is my weight loss.
Honey,
total. Okay, because I know it's going to be
body yada yada yada. You know what? I realized you did that because she admired everyone else's, but sometimes the mirror reflection isn't always reflective. And honey, let's talk about the weight loss because I mean, you're doing it. You did it.
Thank you, niece. But let me be honest, and we had that talk about this too. I've had to talk about this with my daughter. I've had to talk about this with her. I've had to talk about it with my dude. There's guilt that comes with my weight loss. Okay, so the question is, how much weight have I lost? 95 pounds. I just cannot break that 95. I can't get to 100. Oh, it's not I can't. I think at the 95, I was like, okay, I'm good. My doctor wants me to lose 30 more to be at this BMI. Listen, she wants me to shrivel up into this sofa. And I was like, I'm caring less of myself what she wants for my life. It's God's plan for my life.
God, do you see this?
Is this what you want? Is this what God said you were Lord for me to be fat? Because 30 pounds sounds like 100 again. I might be all right just in this chubby fatness right here.
We got a plan.
We did?
Yes.
What's the point?
We're going to work out. We're going to tell them that. That's it. It's going to help.
Yeah, girl.
See?
So
flaky.
So that's my guilt, y'all. I don't want to work out. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't want to. Don't want to do it.
But it's going to bring you so much energy.
You know why I don't want to do it? Because I know what's required of me. I know the consistency that is required. I know the endurance that's required. I know the sacrifices that are required. I know that it's like, you got to get up when you don't want to. You got to get up in the cold. You got to do it again when you don't feel like it. When you got an attitude, you got to do it. What do I have to live for me?
Now, by getting in that goddamn gym, making sure the reason why, because we're going to get into that. Because so look, okay, yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about. Go for it.
No, because her guilt was of how she lost the weight.
Yeah, for sure.
And
yeah,
it was deeper than that. She really took her health serious.
Yeah.
So that's why I said in our conversations, don't have the guilt because you did what you needed to do because doctor's orders, it's either this or that.
Yeah, so last year when I went for my physical in 2024, I weighed 295, which was enough for me. To me, I'm only 5'2", and that's even debatable. And 295 when you are already short is, or at least for me, everybody's body type and structure is different. That was humongous, y'all. I felt like shallow hell once a gal. Like, I just felt humongous. But also I felt humongous. Like I was winded a lot more. And my dude said I was wait.
Oh my God.
Look, y'all.
I think I
can tell you this. He was like, the snoring, right? So it's like, you calling me fat? And like, I felt away. Because I was like, well, this is who I am. So, you know.
So you want to take me?
The other night, he was like, wait, he's fat. No, you still snore sometimes, so it wasn't a fact.
It wasn't that.
He was laughing. He was like, no, you still snore sometimes. So, I was like, well, be blessed. Here we are.
Oh,
Gets it in. I'm going to be good sleep. I don't think it's like terrible, but if it is, be blessed. This is where we are.
I know what it is. We're going to find it.
He said it's when my neck is propped a certain way. And because I like to sleep up. I like to sleep up. I don't like all that flat laying down like I'm in a casket. Get up. Anyway, so that was one thing. And then, she's like, I've been on high blood pressure medication for a few years now. I finally caved and conceded. It was like, fine, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I went to the doctors, they would all say, we're just a little elevated. And they could say, okay, well, just keep taking your medicine. And that's kind of how it went.
Yeah.
This doctor, I went and found me a black doctor. Okay. And made all the world of difference. I'm just being honest. I'm sorry.
You gotta find
Not sorry. Right. And she was the first one to say, let's look at your heart because, if your blood pressure is, if your blood is constantly striving harder to pump, your heart is. And so she gives me EKG and she's like, the left side of your heart is larger than the right side. And it's likely because the blood pressure medication you've been on all these years isn't effective for you. So I'm fat. My heart is oversized on one side. And
on top of the blood pressure.
On top of the high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And then she put me on 2 blood pressure medications. So I was like, so I'm dying is what you're saying. Essentially, I'm dying.
See?
And I just instantly thought Big Mama. And I know it's funny, but not. I just thought of like soulful, like Big Mama, like I wasn't gonna feel like elbow or something. Yeah, like I just
the elbow.
Didn't her elbow get burnt or something?
Oh, she didn't feel her arm.
Yeah, I just instantly started thinking all these horrible thoughts. Like, okay, I guess I'll be starving. And we cook like this stuff during holiday time. So I just envisioned like me being the Big Mama with the big booty and just, she the cute one. I don't want to be that. I don't. So I kind of told the doctor, no, I didn't kind of, I said, look, making surgery last resort, what do we need to do? I mean, sprinkles of crack every now. I'm hearing crack does wonders for people. And
don't do it, please.
If that's what's needed, it's not. It's not. No, but for real, I was like, what? Like, I don't care anymore. I don't care about what everybody's saying. Don't do that. Because at this point, I had to make a decision. It's like, that's your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's your heart. And it was like, I needed something that I knew was going to help me and help me fast.
Yeah.
And yes, anything you do, any diet plan, it's going to work if you're consistent. Let's start with that. So yes, I could have absolutely eaten better, went to the gym. I've done all that before. I've done that before and it does work. But I wanted something quickly where my messing up going to the gym for that day wasn't going to affect getting the weight off.
Yeah.
Stepbound is where we are. And here we are.
95 pounds later.
95 pounds later. And it worked for me.
Amazing, girl. Don't have no guilt at all.
I feel bad for people who work hard.
Yeah, but you know what makes the guilt happen? And I'm not shaming anybody. It's when you come out and you say you did. Oh, I actually was in the gym. You're lying. Stop.
Everybody by me knows I don't do that. I'm quick to say, zip out. I'm on the shot or whatever.
But if you had not did this way, thank God, nothing went left,
Yeah.
Because
I mean, true.
Sometimes you may need that expedite, that speed, and plus we all want it. Please drop off. I am struggling, okay? I go from here to there because I also am on a pill. Or was.
Yes.
Try to get on the Stepbound too.
And she's lost some weight too. Don't let her fool you.
I did.
But y'all go to season 1 and look at her. I always say, look at her face different. You can see it. So you can really see it. She loses away her face very quickly. I always say.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, some people, you have to do what works for you.
For you. And that part 100%. Is true. It did work. By the way, I had my physical 2 weeks ago. And my heart is back to normal size. Did I tell you that?
Yes,
okay.
You did.
My blood pressure, every appointment so far has been actually a little bit under normal, which is amazing for me. I've had that in years. My blood work, it's like...
And you're not taking the pills, right? Anymore for blood pressure? Or do you still... Were you on and off of it?
So my father, we can get into that one day. My father had an aneurysm and a stroke. And like most Black, especially older men, men...
Yes.
Men. He was not a doctor as all those people. So I was always very, very scared.
Okay.
Terrified. Traumatized is the word. About what happened to him, especially as I get older, because I never wanted it to happen to me. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm like, until y'all tell me to come off, or I'm taking some kind of natural remedy that I know for sure.
Yeah.
I heard celery juice, beet juice. I heard those things. I haven't tried them. I'm just gonna be honest.
I have a juice.
Forget you got a juice. I haven't tried it.
No.
We need to do that. Because I would love to come off of them.
Yeah.
But I need to know for sure I can sustain normal. I'm not going to risk hating taking a pill so much that I've now stroked down.
Yeah, 100%.
It's happening too much.
They say it takes 21, 28 days to
break a habit?
To either create or break a habit. I think 31 to break a habit.
Okay.
And 21, 28 to build a habit. So you just got to be consistent for 20-something days, and that's a challenge we should all be doing. Do something. That's why even in the church, or, spiritually, they say detox for those certain days. Like some people do it for a week, 30 days. Some people do it for the 40 days, the Daniel Pat. Whatever suits you, do it to match your lifestyle. And then start off small. Work yourself up, because I've done that too. I also decided to do the pill, and I have no guilt about it because I've tried everything. Yeah. And you tried it with me. She was working out. She was motivating me. But guess what?
No, we were working out each other.
Well, this year. But I'm talking about even before. Because I'm talking about the years of, this ain't new shit. Collard greens and no net.
And right, all of us, right.
So cornbread fed. Can't say it right.
And in Texas makes it worse.
The food. Big.
We eat a lot, y'all. We eat good.
We eat good.
It's true. The South is different.
And then when you're happy, because you also was in a happy space, like it was no trauma. It wasn't a stressful, because sometimes people work out to burn off the stress. But we eat because we happy.
And you reminded me, shout out to you, mommy. No, because my mom.
You ain't have to grab the mic like that. She said,
I did. My mom was apparently concerned about my weight, and she had said something to him. And she's like, "Oh, my daughter's gotten really thick." And I was so mortified when I found out, like, how would you do that? And he was like, "It's okay, I got you covered." And he was like, "I just told her she's happy."
Yeah.
I remember when he said that, I just cried, like,
ugly cry.
Just ugly cry, because, like you said, we stress eat so much, or stress this and not eat, or I think you do that a lot too. When you're stressed, you just don't eat.
Yeah, I mean, I do the opposite.
Right, and so it's like, no, I'm not thinking about it. So I'm eating, but I had to get that under control.
Yeah,
300% safe for me. Insane, and I felt it in my knees.
Right,
my knees.
You definitely feel it. That's also another thing. I also felt myself going upstairs like, oh, bitch, you is 34.
In New Orleans, my knee gave out.
Oh, that was it. That was it.
That was it.
It was bad. It was bad. We had pull over. I said, I was asleep. I was like, not. We going to Bucky? Where we at? Oh, man. You all right?
I was going.
Breathe.
I had so much going on. I just was like, I can't breathe. It was so much happening, y'all. Fatness doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. You know, one of the questions you have in here, I know we've been talking a lot. We have so much to say to y'all. We're trying to
catch y'all up.
Look, I've been looking through.
Like, did I miss it?
I know, but you know what? I do want to say this.
Okay.
There's something I think we should save for next episode. I don't think we should. I think that children should be a segment on next episode by itself. I'm not saying the entire episode.
Yeah.
But do you agree?
A good portion of
it's a good portion, because I have a lot to say, and so do you.
Yeah.
And we've been talking to y'all so long, and I don't want to rush it.
No,
look, but there is something that I definitely want to get into that, you know. First of all, shout out to her for organizing all of this and putting together so wonderfully for us. That's that planner.
Because we can ramble. I mean, we can talk.
But we needed this. We took notes from last season. We heard y'all. We did a lot of research, and our QR codes, as she calls them, are keeping us together.
It's sticking.
One of the things that was listed that I did want to get into was the pressure versus personal issues. And I just wanted to specifically talk about TQS. And we really, this is a big deal to us. It's not just being heard, it's sharing our experiences to let people know you are seen and heard, even if we don't see or hear you.
Right.
We understand you. Sometimes, though, because we are human. We're human. So we're not going to get things right. We're not going to always get it together. We're not going to always have it together.
Ever.
Like ever.
Ever.
And sometimes it collides with our professional desires. You know,
we have a lot of plans, and we know, or I know, you know, because sometimes I have to remind her, and sometimes she has to remind me that we have so many big dreams. We do big in everything. And TQS, that quiet storm, is nothing less short of that. And the plans and the ideas that we have is ever evolving. It's so much that we really want to bring to y'all. The authenticity.
That's imperative for
Oh
us.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you ever to be like, they not being real. No, we being real.
No, we're being real.
You want to see me move these feet because this sitting this way, I thought it was comfortable. Was it? I was like, because my
legs are doing numb.
yes,
Girl.
yeah, this pillow been tilt top. Listen, you gonna do all of this shit, and I'm cussing. I'm doing it all.
You know what? We really, what we want to truly convey to you is that we just two people talking.
Okay.
Sharing our experiences, hoping you can
relate
to it, hoping it makes you laugh.
Relate.
Maybe it makes you cry. Maybe it inspires you to do something, be something, think something. Or maybe you feel like our platform can be something for you to get your message across.
Absolutely. We have a lot of things that I haven't even talked or, we talked about to get y'all engaged too. Tell us what you're going through.
Yeah.
Whether that strawberry letter,
Yeah.
no copyrights. We're going to come up with our own thing. Tell us what you got that you maybe, what's the word of the day? Passive aggressively handling.
Yeah.
So how can you show up and be assertive? How can you do it where you're not aggressive? How can you, let's talk about it. Where do you resonate with us? Even in the next episode, I'm going to say something that we've been saying for quite some time. And I'm going to say it fits for every category. There's no fucking manual for this.
It's not.
It's no manual.
Not for TQS. It's not.
Okay?
Nope.
And as much of a planner, organizer, strategist, I don't even know if that's the word.
Strategist.
That's it.
That's it.
Because I'm gonna make up some words, honey.
But we get you though.
So the point is, our whole point of TQS is growth. We want to support our local artists because they're human.
Yes.
And they're trying.
Yes.
And they're phenomenal and they're amazing. They need to be heard. We want to uplift the community. How can we be a village together? Because ultimately, that's what God wants too for us. How can we come together? And we even talked about this. Why don't our cultures specifically live together and do things together and build together? There's a lot of trauma and hurt that we got to get through.
That one, that's a whole other thing to get into, how we are the only culture who, as soon as we turn 18, all right, bye, get out of my house. But when you go into Asians, I'm going to call them Hispanics.
Yeah.
And even like a lot of Africans.
Yeah.
So it's something about the African American that's like, as soon as you turn 18, all right, get out of my house.
Disconnected.
And it's like the aunties and the uncle, and it's, but we will get into that. But like you said, this village thing is really strong on us, like really strong on us, even more so now. Like really, like she said, promoting artists and what talents you have. And we got to figure out what that is for us. And we got Christmas in the Park coming up.
We do. We're volunteering again at Christmas in the Park. So if you haven't seen season 1, definitely go back. If you can get involved, definitely. SM Right Foundation, phenomenal. Still trying to pave the way and give back to our community, especially in these unprecedented times right now. It's a lot going on, but for this foundation to still be able to give, he needs the support, and thank God that there is still a system and a team out there to give the support, because like I said, small businesses are affected right now. Our inner circles are affected right now with what's going on in the world, and we need to come together. This is the time where we can be unified and take care of each other.
And I was about to say that. I was about to say that we actually like all whatever aside, we really do need each other. Like for real. If y'all knew how me and her work, what? Her kids know we come to our house, they're gonna get what they want to eat. Mm-hmm. My kids come over here, they're gonna go in and get what they want to eat. Like, I know if she got it, it means I got it. And if I got it, she knows And you know what? You just said something. If for nothing else, if we want to take a positive away from everything, it's that it is forcing us to be more village-like again.
Yes. And that's how
it is
I
forcing
grew
us to be
up.
healthy. Yeah.
And I thought about that today too. I said, we grew up with the community. I think we talked about it too.
Yeah.
I would go out and be like, dang it. Or I think I talked to my aunt and I was like, oh man, she done told on me again. Aunt Bertha upstairs done told my grandmother. Yeah, I'm getting called into the house because where is that? You know?
No,
So,
we're going, we are going back. We're being forced back to that way, but we need that.
we do. I
And
want
you know
some
what?
sugar.
And you know what?
You knock on my neighbor's door.
Look, I think that is what challenges you and my hyper independence.
Yeah. Ooh, that's its own. We got a lot.
We're being forced into village life, and it challenges you and I.
Yeah.
Because for me, I think we're the same way in that where our independence is part of our superpower, our strength. Even though sometimes we don't want to have to be so independent, it also makes us feel
we have to be. It goes into so much. And a lot of that too for me is trauma a little bit because when I do ask, sometimes I don't always get the delivery. And then
and then you regret asking. That's like
right. So shut up about that. Okay, don't ask. I could just do it. It's quicker for me to do it anyway.
Wait, we forgot something big to tell them. Really big.
What?
Apparently, I think our fallout was imminent because what y'all don't know is the tension that was on the season finale was very real.
Oh.
That was not staged. That was not for entertainment. It was very real. So much so that at the end of that taping, that was a live that we did. It was a live.
It was a live.
The end of that live turned into a big blow up.
It did.
It did.
It did. That was the first to the.
That was what I'm saying. It was imminent.
Yeah.
It like inevitable, and it was a big blow up for I want to say a couple of hours. And the thing, she explained some things about her process and my process and our processes being different. And even in that little bit, it helped me to understand her more. And it goes back into communication and the importance of communicating, which her thing was being able to communicate with me how she felt. My thing was feeling not even trust, but okay enough to communicate how I felt. And it made a difference. And so it also, remember, I don't know if you need to watch the season finale. I don't want to even say what the big argument throughout the entire thing remained, because I'm not going to tell you, because if you didn't watch it,
wouldn't have known.
Right. I'm not going to cheat and give you a spoiler. You're going to have to watch it. But I want to say shout out to LA.Nice, because she is very helping on us being raw. I'm not even going to keep saying real. Raw on this season. And she is coming in strong. She is laying it out, laying it thick. Okay. And I love this.
Let's talk about it.
I love this. Let's talk about it. Because like you said, somebody is experiencing what we're experiencing on some level somewhere with something.
Right.
And they need to know. So I love that for us. And the last thing, we're going to close y'all out because we have so much. We're just trying to get as much as we can out. Next episode, we'll talk about birthdays.
Oh my gosh.
We will talk about children. It probably ain't what y'all think. We love them, but I do want to ask you. I mentioned that for me throughout the break, one of the greatest lessons I learned was obedience and trusting myself. More than I always talk about trusting other people, but trusting myself. What is, I guess, your biggest takeaway, or what was the one thing you learned on the break?
Asserting myself, standing strong on my boundaries. It wasn't that I needed to know what my boundaries were, but defending my boundaries, standing strong into what it was. Because we talked about it in season 1, and being able to do that. And then also my faith, understanding what God has for me.
Yeah.
And truly being obedient and truly letting him have his way. You
You've
know,
grown spiritually tremendously.
Yeah.
Even I can see that.
100%. And now this has been my journey since 33.
Yeah.
So we're in year 2 years of spiritual journey.
Jesus.
Okay?
Okay.
Because I think that really was what somebody said that to me. And I was like,
Yeah.
And that resonated so deeply with me that I took it personally, as I should, because my relationship with God is personal. I'm his favorite.
All right, I got a wild card question that I was going to throw in there that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let you close us out. If you could be any meme, what meme would you be?
Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, lately. I gotta go by lately. Lately I've been, y'all seen Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Oh damn. Okay, not even that one, but any of the ones.
But I mean, go with what they know. They probably have.
And for those
I
who
am
haven't,
the dork who has not.
so you know when Safari or Mimi and they're sitting
I know who
there
they are.
and they just like,
Oh, yes, I know. Minding their business. Absorbing the tea.
that has been me. Because sometimes I just gotta pick.
I
Know
think
my
actually feel like that's
audience.
you.
Know my audience. And when you want me to,
But also, I feel like that's been you because you're more like, right, like, especially lately, you're like, okay, guys.
all right. Exactly. And that too. So that meme fits in every category. Now you like to throw me out there because what's your meme?
You know what's funny? I said, I hope she doesn't ask me this.
Because she be deflective and we're going to catch her ass.
I don't. I'm not going to deflect this season.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm in a better place.
Yeah.
You would have caught me 2 weeks ago. I even told her a couple of weeks ago, another reason why I'm glad our situation didn't happen, our life and all that messed up, because I wasn't right yet. So remember I said you're going to have to carry it this season and stuff? I'm in a much better space. I'm sorry, in place. But you know, the one that will always get me, make me laugh, and I will always use is,
any of them, I can see it.
because if it had not been for the Lord on my side, he would have swallowed me up. That bastard devil. Listen,
The devil is a lie.
I'm constantly, they laugh at me because I'm quick to, he's been good to me, y'all. He's been so good to me. So any meme you see of somebody going in, going off, or giving him all the glory,
Yeah.
it's me.
It's going to be it.
That's me.
That's it.
That's me.
Hallelujah.
That's me. All right, girl. So what they got?
Well,
Tell them what they got coming up.
what they got coming up? Well, we touched on it. We're talking about the now we are going to get deeper.
Yeah.
But you know, we're going to try to keep it as light as we
Domestic
can.
violence.
We have domestic violence, mental health. Real quick moment of silence for Marshawn Neatland.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace. So we're going to talk about mental health and
that's really a big one.
how we can, you know, it's impacting. I've been there. It's been a scare, you know, so definitely going to talk on that. Like you said, domestic violence.
Yeah.
We have special guests. Relationships. I'm ready for this one. Actually. Spice. Now, y'all might have to subscribe.
Yeah, we got to talk about that because we say we want to be raw. But yeah, we have a lot coming up for y'all. We are very excited this season. We have a lot of guests coming up this season, special guests. But also, if there is a topic you'd like for us to specifically discuss,
yeah, chime in.
If you would like to be a guest, I cannot promise, but if you would like to be a guest on our show,
just reach out to us. We have our email, DM us.
Email us. Email is
talk.quietstorm@gmail.com.
Wait, hold on, because she big lied. The email is actually that.quietstorm.talk@gmail.com. So yep.
We love y'all.
Yes.
And thank you for, some of you have been with us since episode 1. When we were really depressing and
down.
deep and down.
Our motto, Hey,
How are you, girl? So what's up for you?
Awful.
Girl, where'd you get your confidence from?
What?
And y'all stuck with us through that mess. And we were just beginning, and we're still just beginning. And thank you for that. Thank you for sticking with us. It's going to get better and better. And we love y'all, and we still want y'all to take care of you.
We missed you. Take care of you and take care of someone else.
And I like that, and take care of someone else. But after you take care of you first.
Okay, because you're first.
Period.
And out.
And out. So, if you could be any meme, what meme would you be?
Oh my gosh. Okay, lately. I gotta go by lately. Lately I've been